Hello and welcome, viewers. We have Vishal Kamath, director at Kamath Hotels, joining in to give us insights as to what's the update going on with regards to impact of COVID-19 on the hotel industry as a whole. Namaskar, Vishal. My first
Namaskar.
question coming to you is clearly everything, not only in India but across the globe, has come to a standstill. And the major industries which are right now impacted has been travel, tourism, hospitality at the max. Now, if you have to take the situation into consideration, what are your insights that you're picking up right now?
See, currently in our group's case, we are having a wait and watch kind of situation rather than act anything because right now there is nothing to act on. There is a lockdown. There are hardly any movements. In general, whatever movements are there are of either medical people and a few
Hmm,
logistical people, but that is a very different segment and that is again very area based. If you have
correct.
work near the airport or if you are near the port, then only or some dry dock, then only you will look at movement around. That segment is
Hmm,
also different. But as by and large, as hospitality as a whole, we see obviously there is not much corporate or any business on leisure, so definitely not in that regards. So
hmm.
it's a time to wait and watch what is happening, and then accordingly see once we get a clearer picture.
Right. So, Vishal, any of the hotels that Kamath is operating right now, anything that's operational at this point in time?
Currently, none of our hotels are operational because most of them, our majority hotels which we have, the Orchid Mumbai, the Ritz Mumbai, the Orchid Pune, and Fort Jadavgarh are in Pune Bombay zone, which are already a high level zone. That said, luckily around in our areas, wherever our hotels are located, there are not much movement of patients or any other challenges. That said, then our Odisha hotels also they have we have shut them down because of the government lockdown over there also. But the number of COVID patients there are very low, and the
Hmm,
government over there also has been very proactive. In
hmm.
Goa, our hotel which is there is also closed. Even though now Goa is COVID free, we don't find any major movement happening in the case of any leisure movement. I think it's a time, like I said, to wait and watch what happens, what
Hmm.
each government does, and how is it that they are going to ease everybody into a routine life again, as routine as can be in the future.
Right. So, Vishal, another question I want to ask you is, a lot of places we saw where there were a couple of tourists who were actually stuck in those cities when probably the lockdown actually got announced. Now, have you faced any cases or has your frontline desk faced any cases where there were tourists who had come into the city, have got stuck and have then come to you saying that, okay, yes, we need some bit of space to live in and we would want to check in. Have you faced any instances like that?
We have not faced any instances like that, but while the shutdown was announced, there were some guests who were staying with us,
Hmm.
long staying guests. They needed to be shifted to, because the thing is that as our guests started departing and the
Hmm.
occupancy dwindled to a very low, it made more sense to give business to somebody. I mean,
Correct.
either some in within. See, ultimately, while we are competitors as a fraternity, we are also a family. Like so in
Absolutely.
every family you fight also and you love each other. Some look
Correct.
friends be hai. So that's why that time we decided to shift our business to other hotels because now they are not your competitors at this juncture. They are
Hmm.
you can't always look at competition at such
Hmm.
times, and that's why we shifted that business because it made sense to allow concentration in one or two or three hotels
Hmm.
rather than have a little of nothing to everybody. So that's why we shifted our guests also. And then also one other thing is that we find as Kamath we have always been known for our family values of safety, and a lot of our staff, while unfortunately or fortunately, they come from very different diverse backgrounds. They come from some of them stay in the slums very nearby the hotel, some of them stay in other slums also, or they stay in closed contact quarters. So it would have not been fair to have a risk factor, a Damocles sword on your head. Can this guy be? And considering the nature of this disease of 14 days non-symptomatic and all these various things we keep
Hmm.
learning,
Hmm.
it was not worth the risk to take to
Correct.
for money. So we thought
Absolutely.
better would be that we shut down, shift the business to visiting, and most of the guests we requested them if they could go back, they should, and many of them have. But there are some people who are from shipping or from others who can't go back. They have to work on the rig or when they have to work at other places. So those are the very skeleton kind of people who stay
Hmm.
back. And I think they'll come back once the hotel starts opening because they know the circumstances. And hotel mein rehna is not only a need; it is
Correct.
also a connect or an affinity. You get with the staff, you bond with them, you like something about that particular brand. And that's why we have them back once the things are back to normal.
Right. So again, Vishal, what's the kind of revival plan you have in mind? Because you already mentioned, that yes, it's not very easy to restart the working of an hotel.
Right.
Now, overall, once the lockdown is closed, they say, okay, end to a lockdown, which I don't, everyone's assuming that probably it will be an extension in the month of May as well. No one's really expecting the lockdown to end in the first week of May. But if you have to take that into consideration, that say
I've
by
taken 1,000
June,
from your money.
July, that's when the lockdown will actually end. How long will it take for you to start reviving?
I think that it will take at least 6 to 9 months easy. In 6 months, I'm assuming in a very optimistic fashion. The reason being that, see, considering that now this lockdown has been extended in 3rd May, so around 15-20 days to hey, yeah, and I don't think 3rd May this lockdown will end. In all probability, I think it may extend further, considering the kind of growth in cases that we've been seeing, and the kind of um, not indiscipline I'd say, but the kind of everyone's kind of disturbed staying at home, and suddenly
Right.
they got a chance. So many people were out yesterday, which the government has made a statement today, and like that. So if these kind of things happen, it will only keep taking the goalpost further, and that will be a more challenge for us to
Hmm,
open.
hmm.
But I definitely think the government is very keen to look at helping us all open up faster, because unless it doesn't, see, it's like this now that today we read in the newspaper about agriculture. Well, and that's the backbone of our economy and our country. But agriculture is not just feeding people.
Hmm.
Agriculture is feeding an ecosystem, a business system. Today, if all these restaurants and hotels are closed, who will the farmer sell to? There is only a limitation to how much you and I can eat and what type of vegetables we can eat at home. But when you go to a hotel orders a host of vegetables from the mundane and regular जो हम घर की भाजियाँ बोलती है to exotic.
Exotic.
And this is basically where the agriculture economy gets its additional super boost. It's not about only feeding the masses, which the government can do, but it is about fulfilling our aspirations, and that helps the economy churn.
Right. So overall, right now, I assume that the occupancy is zero. There are no revenues flowing in for hotels around. What's the sense that you have, for the first half? Because for a hotel industry, I think this is still not a peak season for you. I think 40-45% of a hotel's revenues actually come in the first half of the financial year versus maximum coming in the second half of the financial year. So, what percentage of your revenue are you expected to lose in the first half on the back of the lockdown?
See, this season off season was okay in
Hmm.
normal circumstances. Now we don't even know if December will, while it's supposed to be a peak season time, whether it would be, because one, there's job uncertainty. So, firstly,
Hmm.
when continuity of business itself is when it's in question in many cases, people are wondering how will we continue, how will we start, what should we do for that. That is one of the major challenges whereby will affect December, because December is both a high peak business season also and a high peak festive season also. New Year hai, Christmas hai, Diwali hai, Dasera hai, all
Hmm.
these kind of various festivities are also there. So it's a dual boost in leisure and in business. So this concept of season off season, I think next 1 year will not remain. The chances are that when an off season, I'm very optimistic and positively optimistic, though in reality we must face reality also, that it could happen, that like people have given example of SARS, which though it's not correlable to this global epidemic or pandemic rather, where there's a global collapse in every country as compared to during SARS, where it was very pocketed and it was not this scale in terms of economic crisis. So if suppose after the lockdown opens, let's assume say 1st of June, and suddenly people all rush out because India is COVID free and Corona free and we can do our life normal,
Hmm. Hmm.
then maybe what may happen is this may become the season. So, like I said, it's a lot of wait and watch, and it's a lot of fly by wire, because it's an exceptional circumstance.
Right. In fact, I was just reading one report which was indicating the kind of sharp rise that we saw in the travel demand, especially with regards to where China goes, because the both, domestic and international inbound flights increased by almost around 29% for the week of 8th of March. And this was when the travel restrictions were lifted in China. Simultaneously, a similar scenario was seen even in South Korea, and this was around the same period as in somewhere around the 10th of March, and direct bookings actually steadily started to increase. So, if we witness a similar scenario as to China and South Korea, because the reason why I'm putting this question, Vishal, is because with India, if you see the nature of Indians, the nature of business, we recover from events very quickly. So probably we could see a similar fashion in India as well. So if that happens, are you expecting a sharp uptick in demand that could come in, number one? Or number two, do you think your expenses on the marketing front are then going to increase, not only for you, but for industries across in the hospitality space to then drive demand?
Yeah, I like this word you used, optic, just now, and I think a lot of it is just that, optics. Whenever I read a report, now I never look at much at the percentage growths. I
Hmm.
always prefer to look at the actual figures,
Correct.
because now, let's take our industry example. Okay, let's take the case of our own hotel. Any of our hotel, if tomorrow I have 10 rooms, it is 1000% growth over zero. If you can
Correct.
calculate a percentage on
Correct.
that, or I can write 10,000 also, because there is no limit to my optic. The reality is that how much is my occupancy based on the number of rooms I have,
Hmm.
and how much am I getting for that room. I mean,
Hmm.
some of our industry colleagues are already selling the
Hmm.
rooms to various agencies or various things.
Hmm.
What is the cost? The cost is 2400. The cost is, 1 second, sorry. 20. The thing is now, unfortunately, this work from home case scenario may my
That's
dogs are now
fine.
so attached that if I close the door, they will keep barking till I open it. So it is
That's
better
fine.
that they walk and go and entertain
No,
your
no, that's fine.
panelists
That's
also.
fine. You can keep it open. That's fine.
So coming to my point was that, the optics part. So I think when we talk about growth, we need to see actual numbers. Today
Hmm.
the number of flights are down. Suddenly, if the flights doubled, but on what parameter
What
of
parameter?
metrics? It is a very low metrics and a very low parameter. So for us to be able to bring back those volumes, we need again airlines to be at those volumes. We need traffic on the road to be at those volumes. We need various things to be at those volumes. Otherwise, we will find that many of, like, some of the hotels are doing a good occupancy. But is occupancy our objective? No, it's a yield, which is very important. If you are going to give room at 2500 bucks, and see one more thing which is very important to understand in analyzing when we say, oh, the room is at least sold.
Hmm.
When normally we sell our hotel room, the average of person stays in that room is not more than 11 hours. Okay,
Hmm.
because you are going for work and then you've come to the hotel. Of course, there are many guests who stay all the time also, it's
Hmm.
like long staying guests, but the basket mix is not more than 9 to 11 hours. Why? Because you sleep for 6 to 8 hours and then you're awake for 2 hours. Not necessarily or IRD also, that is in-room dining. You may go to a coffee shop. So actually, utility in the
Hmm.
room is hardly, like I said, 11 to 9 hours max.
Hmm.
Now, in that was my cost. The minute you have somebody working 24/7, and on top of that, you've given him a competitive rate or a low rate, what happens is your cost shoot up. And does that justify is something which each one will see his P&L. So
Correct.
filtering up in our country is not difficult. If you give product cheap, there will be a long line perpetual. But will you make money? And I think that is what all our panelists would want to know. Okay, when we are occupied also, at what value, so that we have a profit and a GOP to grow.
Right. So, Vishal, do you think once the lockdown is over, there is some bit of revival that still comes in? Do you think you will be able to break even in FY20? Sorry, 21?
So right now, more than break even, our first focus basically right now is to keep our costs absolutely low, because right now whatever costs are going up, bleeding from our pocket. So when I talk about like
Hmm.
utilities, light, recently I'm part of CII. I'm one of the committee members for the state, and also I'm on various panels as co-convener of energy panel, and we had a very good interaction with the principal secretary, Mr. Asim,
Hmm.
who many, in fact, I already circulated to all our hospitality and industry people also from CI and FHR and others.
Hmm. Hmm.
The government is allowing you to reduce your fixed load demand. Now, what that is basically every company or factory of a large size has a fixed load, and you have to pay based on that. Now, normal circumstances it's okay because your fixed load, like Orchid Hotel, has a 1600 fixed load, and our billing was based on that, which in a normal circumstance, like I said, was okay. But now we're empty. And what is our load demand? Our load demand right now is not more than 250,
Hmm.
300 kV. Why? Because only our fire systems are on and our various CCTV and emergency lights and all those are
Hmm.
on. So the maximum load demand that we see is 300, 250
Hmm.
to 300. But we've still been penalized for the balance 1300. The
Okay.
government has allowed you saying that, okay, we understand that you're not going to use this fixed load demand. You can come down and bring it down temporarily, and when your time comes back you can again raise it. Now that small relief is a big step, because otherwise we were bleeding from our pocket every day for no reason, for no usage.
Hmm.
And now at least that much, whatever it might be, a lakh and a half, but right now every penny counts across so
Counts.
many of our
Correct.
properties. So these kind of things are what our first focus is. Once this is over and the lockdown is done, we will again look at phased wise growing. We will not open our hotel fully. Why? Because one, all our, like I said, staff, they come from diverse background. We have
Hmm.
to see their safety first, because if they are safe, our guests will
Guest
automatically
will
be
be
safe.
safe.
So
Absolutely.
that is the first step. The second thing is also to be able to see what kind of raw materials and supplies we will get, and how will we get them. You
Hmm.
know, today people are struggling for basic necessities. Though now I find many political groups and local area corporators and other things, at least for city of Mumbai, I can share, getting into the act, tying up with people, small little, these ace cars standing with vegetables and other things in them. Now, this kind of supply chain is not going to help a hotel industry, because our
Absolutely.
movement is much different, but it is helping the social need right now. So we will
Hmm.
have to see that balance. Then we will
Right.
have to see what kind of movement is coming and how much. So how do we partially open our hotel, or do we not open our hotel? This also is going to be a discussion we will see based on the business on books we can attract.
Right.
And
So
this
how
that's how it works.
right. So how many quarters are you expecting to be impacted? And overall, what's the impact are you seeing on the top line as well as the bottom line for your company?
For our company, I feel that the first quarter will be a total wash in terms of,
Absolutely. Right.
since April. See, we've been totally shut down in all our hotels from March 20. Some of them from 18, because the government of Orissa asked many of the hotels in the Puri belt and the Konark belt to shut from 18th of the month.
Hmm.
That is March, 18th of the month. And this was the collector dictate. So it's not even whether we had a choice. Then some hotels like Mumbai, we've had to shut at lockdown time, which was the 22nd, 23rd, when the last flights were supposed to be closed, and they were closed, and we had all our airline and other people move out. So April is gone. Now we're sitting in mid-April. April is gone because 3rd May has been told. And then, as I said, that I don't expect this to go on till and first June. I don't expect. So the only month that is left basically is from 1st July onwards. So I
Hmm.
think in terms of the first quarter, I would see that there would be a heavy rather zero in our revenue.
Hmm.
And in terms of, because even whatever revenues we have in rentals and other things will become zero. See, this is the time where if I
Correct.
don't support my rental person, he'll shut shop and he'll go.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
considering that the
absolutely.
rental market is now going to open up like a flower blooming but without scent,
Hmm.
so it's going to be a big challenge. So we have to retain them also. So lockdown period, especially, I'll have to give them waiver, and maybe
Correct.
post that also I may have to give them reduction. I don't know. So that's why that revenue is also gone. And but the expenses are still on. Expenses, one, that we have to pay people the March salaries, whatever are there, out of which bulk we have paid, out of which bulk we have paid. We have to pay them in April. We will have to see how we will handle it, considering our revenues are zero, and again in May, considering our revenues are zero. What will we
Hmm.
have to? We have not announced any to our staff. We have not announced any layoff. We have not announced any salary cut. Not because it's not going to happen. They all know it is going to happen. They have already told that. But
Hmm.
we don't want to take any arbitrary call. I don't want to today come out and tell my team members, oh, you got to
Hmm.
sacrifice X
Hmm.
percentage, and then after a few days go back and say, नहीं, वो कम था, अभी और भी काटूंगा. Then that will really hurt their morale.
Got them.
So if
Absolutely.
we take a systematic and a systematic and a more scientific approach,
Hmm.
that will make more sense, because then you can also justify to yourself first. You are letting go of people who worked with you for so long, and they've made you what you are, and they have made them. This is their company or first rather than ours, because they are more standing there than I am. So how do we balance that out? How do we say, okay, Abhi, you go off leave? Like example, one of the very nice recommendations that came from the staff was that, sir, we understand that you will have to let go of some people, but we have a suggestion. So
Hmm.
example. let's say that I have two people working for the same job, okay, and now I can't afford two people for the same job, I can only afford one. So the suggestion from them was that, sir, what we can do is 15 days we will work amongst us without salary. So example, one day suppose you are and I are tasked for the same job. One day you will work for 15 days in a row. So first 2 weeks and next 2 weeks I will work. So
Correct.
neither have we lost our jobs nor have we been a burden on the company because
Company as well.
our expenses and of course
So
our salary
automatically the
cut down.
salary goes down to 1% salary versus your
Correct.
potential. Automatically it's a 50% cut that they've taken, which is a
Correct.
good thing that they've done. But Vishal, overall, to maintain this situation, how strong are you on your cash profile right now? Because it is going to be difficult to meet these fixed costs for everyone right now. Now,
Absolutely.
see, indefinitely no one is able to sustain.
Right.
There will be the ones who are really companies who are 50, 70 years old probably have that strength. Companies which are growing right now, companies which are budding right now, these are the companies which will, yes, support everywhere, but there will be a time limit for them as well. Now, there will need a lot of government support that will be needed on this front. Correct? So, anything that you're asking as an industry body from the government, apart
See,
from what you already mentioned that they're giving you.
so list of demands are always never ending, whether there's a crisis or not, because everyone wants to always enhance their sector
Yeah.
and themselves. But in this particular scenario, I think the government themselves only has woken up to the reality. And see, our hospitality in India is never been taken seriously as an industry. Though it employs,
Mm.
I think, the second largest number of people after the railways, and that also in a different scale altogether. Because a chai wala say an Orchid or a Taj Hotel is part of this industry. So how do you actually give relief? It's very difficult to give relief, and this is not the time where they say okay GST zero. People are still not going to come unless there is consumer confidence.
Mm.
And I think the government all realizes that, but the government is giving relief through indirect means like moratorium, kind of stories and other things. So I think it's still very early because right now that we still don't know where the knife will finally land in.
Mm.
Whatever we see right now, and also one other very important thing, which while I don't sound pessimistic, but the reality is that we haven't seen anything yet. All what we've seen is basically कि घर में बैठे बोर हो रहे हैं. We haven't really seen anything yet in any industry. Yeah, by the way,
Yeah,
it's not
correct, correct.
hospitality, in any industry.
Absolutely.
We don't know what will happen from 1st of July. Why I say 1st of July? Because by then there will be enough probably frustration amongst different classes of people where we might find a lot of negative things happening.
Mhm.
Social unrest could be there. Social unrest could be there. A lot of things could go wrong in an
Yeah,
altogether different
the
way.
mental situation of people is something which could be impacted the most staying at home for so many days, and that's one of the major medical worries that everyone is sitting on as well.
But that's not my concern. The medical worry part is basically not really the one point I'm mentioning. The
Mm-hmm.
real point I'm mentioning is that just imagine in our industry alone, there will be a minimum job loss of almost 30%. Minimum, huh? Is my estimate. 30%. So imagine if suppose there are 1 crore people
Mm-hmm.
employed in our agency from
Mm.
a chai wala to like I said Taj Orchid. Uh, you're talking about 30 lakh people suddenly on the streets without having a
Yeah,
job. and
absolutely.
and our industry is a very unique industry. Our industry may you just need two things. You need an attitude, the right attitude,
Mm-hmm.
and a desire to learn. If you have these two things now, anybody can be in our industry. You find many a times various examples and cases where someone who's left finance world or IT world has suddenly joined and started a
Yeah.
kiosk and made a success. Or
Mm.
you find somebody who is an unpad gawar bolte hain, but he's a super success in our industry because,
Correct.
like I said, because see, aptitude कोई भी सिखाएगा आपको. People who join us from catering college, they have no full aptitude, which is technical skills or baki ho, but we teach them. But if they don't have the right attitude
Attitude.
and if they don't have the right desire to learn, then nobody can do anything. So now here you have an industry where a lot of people are not fit for any other job per se
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have the technical qualifications. Suddenly from a hospitality guy, I can't suddenly enter and say I'll enter this field or that field because I may not have the qualification. But anybody can enter our field because like I said, so this is again a big challenge that how do you engage these people, in what level of job and how. And this is just hospitality industry. There are going to be so many from various other segments, who are not going to have a job. So unemployment is going to lead to a lot of social challenges of a different level.
Right. So currently, again, cost optimization at all operational levels is going to be key for a industry like yours. Plus, because working capital of hotels is going to be stretched this year. Now, tell me one thing: expansion plans. Do you think that's something which the industry is actually going to put on hold? And secondly, any dry powder that is going to be available today will focus more on buying operating assets rather than building new ones?
See, right now, I don't know about us. I don't know about others, but I can tell you about us that buying of assets is definitely not been before also for us, and even now also will be a challenge because it's not actually been on our radar. Definitely, leasing was, but right now, even leasing would be a challenge altogether. The reason being that first is important is I take care of those employees who are with me already. My first primary concern is to them, then it is towards expansion. So once things are fine with us, maybe like I said, if boom time happens, like you said, and suddenly some spurt happens, and within 3 months this can be resolved, why not? We will look at. But if it's not the case, which I don't think it would be, then we have to first make sure that I have responsibility to my 2,000 employees today who are with me. First, if they are taken care of, then I will add on new members in our family. Otherwise, it is unfair for me to look at third person when my own people are first my priority.
Right. In fact, Vishal, we'll just take a couple of questions that are coming in from retail
Yes, yes.
investors. The first one is from Asha Patel, who's saying, what is the status of our negotiation to sell the subsidiary, which is OHPPL, with the Asset Reconstruction Company?
Okay. So the thing is that we have already given them our thing. They have also accepted our thing, and that should happen at the earliest. Now with this thing in the middle, this COVID thing, once it's over, we come to a conclusion on that. But by and large, for us, we have already looked at the resolution with that, and we will be hopefully concluding that resolution at the earliest, like we concluded all the other whatever resolutions we had to do. This was the last one pending, and I hope that it will get completed at the earliest after the lockdown.
Right. Another question coming in is with regards to the interest payment for Kamath Hotels, which is approximately 25 crores per annum. Will we be able to meet the schedule, or how will the cash flows be arranged basically? Are we tight somewhere on that front?
So, very good question again. I think Asha only has asked this question.
Yes.
Very nice point you have raised. See, I think this is the time where even a lender has to understand that what does he want. Uh, See, today, by and large, in every industry, asset value is finished. Today, even if I want to buy an asset, I have what value will be able to buy it at, what is the actual value of the asset, and to sell that asset, who will buy, who will actually come. So that is where now a lender, like I gave the example of rental, same way for a lender also, he also needs to, so she also needs to now see ki, how can I help this person so I help myself. The time has now gone where anybody can think, oh, I'll do IBC. Because see, when was IBC and all this fine, when times were good and people were having money. Today, nobody knows who has money and who doesn't. I don't want to take names, but so many people we feel who are very well off aren't that well off because this has, see, it's everybody does business on rolling. Nobody keeps a stash of cash other than maybe Apple, who seems to have a lot of money. Other than that, nobody else does. We all do business on rolling, and rolling is not happening. So now, whatever money is come is first going into stabilizing our own things. Also, segments have which earlier were booming have got totally decimated. Today, who will buy a car after this? The number of people being able to buy a brand new car is going to drastically fall. Many were depending on exports. Exports is in shambles. Why is it in shambles? For two reasons. One is because orders are dried up, and two, where orders are there. I am on CI committee. Many people are having orders in hand. They are not able to send those orders because the port and the airport is choked. Because with no laborers to work, with no proper infrastructure people to operate the stuff, the things are in shambles. So I have a lot of friends in CNF, though it's not from my industry, but they're my friends and कभी कुछ काम धंधा नहीं सबसे फोन करते रहते बात करते एक दूसरे का दर्द व्यक्त करते. So no lender will in this juncture want to take any harsh step. They will want to make sure that the promoters and our track record with them have been excellent. They have been very happy with us and we have been very happy with them. They have supported us very well before also. So at such times, I don't think there's any reason for them to doubt or us to doubt their support and commitment to each other. So we will definitely sit down with them once this lockdown is over and come up with something where it's a win-win.
Right. And do you think again that moratorium, what the government has already asked for 3 months for businesses, individuals, that's something which could be applicable? And number two, what is the sense that you pick up, Vishal, especially that okay, now because I've been talking to a couple of hoteliers as well, what they are indicating is that yes, for the next 3 4 months we might be able to sustain with our with the pool of funds that we already have, but then at some point in time there will be an immediate requirement of fund infusion that will be required by a company. Now if that becomes a scenario, do you think there should be a levy that should be coming in the form of say low interest payments, or probably a higher moratorium where there could be an interest free loan that could be given to the hospitality industry? Do you think that's something which could be possible as well?
So if you see how things have been happening, like Mr. Das came on TV and spoke some things, Madam came on TV, spoke something. I think we can't expect too much right now, because if we do, then afterwards it will become double difficult to demand. And the word I use is demand, because we will need all this. We will need a lot of relief and a lot of support. But like I said, that we need to know what's the worst to ask for, then the best. If we ask things तो ऐसे अभी तो तुमको दिया, अभी तुम क्या बार बार आते हो, ये सेक्टर है, वो सेक्टर है, every sector is there. So everybody is asking for things. People are asking for rental waiver, or property tax waiver. People are asking for so many things. See, let's understand also, the government doesn't have money. The government has been already working, and many of the state governments are in absolute pathetic financial conditions before this issue. So for them to give waivers also, they have to calculate their budgets and think 10 times. In this, they will try and give it to the best optics, the best again, because ultimately, at the end of the day, politics rules on. So we have to be able to make sure that when we go with the demand, we go with the right demand at the right time, so that we get our reliefs. And also, the government has been very proactive in terms of watching various things. And I think at right time they will do whatever. Suppose they decide that we will give moratorium for 6 months right now, like they've given for 3, and 3 बोल के जनरल पब्लिक को उन्होंने एक ठंडा कर दिया कि okay, like example, my one house EMI got deducted, okay, and then suddenly after a few days it got refunded back. Okay, I didn't do anything. I didn't send an SMS. I didn't say stop payment, because I thought, चलो if it कट रहा है तो कटने दो. But what happened in this case? One second, excuse me. So in our case, the doggy is okay, but now anybody is coming. So like I was saying, so if suppose they decide that now they've given 3 months moratorium, like I said, and it happened auto. Same way, if they decide unnecessarily 6 months, why I said unnecessarily, we may need 9 months. We don't know. We don't know how the economy will shape. So it is better that once things come closer, we can say, देखिए आपने 3 महीना दिया था, 3 महीना नहीं आ रहा है, और 3 महीना दो. Then they may, because if directly we ask for 9 months, they'll say, नहीं भाई क्या
Right,
मजाक कर रहे
right.
हैं. So this is where I think the thing lies, and we will have to all sustain anyhow. See, whether it's a business or whether it's a household, everybody's got limited money today. In our case also, okay, I do not know how much cash I have kept and how much my wife has stashed away. Every time I say, "Arey, some saman or suddenly money comes from somewhere," because I have zero cash. If today somebody catches me, okay, on the road and puts me ulta also, maximum cards will fall out. And
Correct,
Paytm wallet
correct.
is there, but liquid
Yeah,
cash, how many people have?
have.
And at such times, you may need liquid cash sometimes where Paytm doesn't work. Like I said, that Bhajiwala who comes down below, he doesn't want Paytm. He wants to have
Yeah,
liquid
and
cash.
in fact, majority of your retail stores also are not accepting cards at this point in time. In fact, they are the ones also who are saying that you rather pay me cash right now than giving me a card, because it's the employees who are running the retail shops. You don't have the owners who know how to run the swiping machines who are coming in. So yes, that is a problem as well. But Vishal, very lastly, do you think a GST reduction is something that could probably help the industry as well, especially on the in the form of room rates?
See, GST rationalization has been a demand from our industry from long time, and I don't know when this scenario whether it will happen or not. Though it should happen regardless of the situation. It
Hmm.
was. It has nothing to actually do with this COVID situation. The 18% GST just by default makes you unviable when you compare, especially now in this COVID situation where you want to be a global destination, which is
Hmm.
not going to
Hmm.
happen for so short, because till such time as the Europe and American markets don't clear up with the spread, I doubt the government will want to allow direct flights and all coming back, or people on there coming back so soon. But that said and done, rationalization will definitely help um, ease things for the owners, for the consumers, and for the hoteliers. And it has nothing to do with this. That they should consider otherwise also. But considering that the situation, I don't know how. I think that's not necessarily the top priority on people's mind. But let's hypothetically say they decide that we will waive off GST. Even then, also, I don't think it will spur demand to that level. See, food GST is already 5%, which is very, very low. Only thing is that there's no set off on
Yeah,
that for
I
the
mean, Vishal,
hoteliers.
there'll be no. I mean, they will not be able to spot demand on the basis of reducing or cutting off the GST during this period. But at least the burden that the industry will have, because you will be able to meet a lot of costs through that amount that gets saved on the back of taxes.
No, no, nothing you save on taxes. It's a myth. It's a myth if you feel that as a consumer. That's actually a consumer thinking that GST कम हुआ तो पैसा बचता है. That's not true. See, if I have to take suppose 7,500 plus 18% from you, and if the government decides to make that 18% into 12%, I don't get 6% extra in my pocket. I now have to take 7,000 plus 12% from you, and when I have to give it to the government, I have to give 12%.
The additional,
So there is no saving. There is no saving at all. This is a consumer mindset thinking कि अरे उसको तो GST benefit मिला, बहुत छाप रहा है, 6% मेरे pocket में नहीं. It is in the government's interest that it will spur more demand, and in the long run they will earn more because the sector will probably be able to give them more. But I don't think that that was their
I think
priority right now.
correct. I think where people would save is more on the MRP driven products, where the GST is inclusive, in the MRP. So that's when if the government actually goes out and waivers that off for some time, I think that's when there will be some bit of relaxation that the companies could get. My question was incorrect over here, so it should be more on the MRP driven products and not on room rates, which are still fluctuating. Correct?
So MRP is a challenge. If you remember when GST was just introduced, there were few restaurant chains who tried to misuse this provision, which you just now mentioned. It's not fair for me to mention, but they have a big chain of various burgers and other outlets. So what happened? What did they do? First, they were doing VAT inclusive 100 rupees, example, and VAT was say 20%.
Correct.
And when GST came in, GST came at 12%. So there was a 8% benefit. Okay. Now technically it should have been 88 rupees plus 12 rupees. Just I'm not going into
Correct.
actual
Yeah,
maths, but
absolutely. Yeah.
so it should have now become 88 plus 12 rupees, but it was earlier 80 plus 20 rupees. Okay, just broad taxation. Though that's 25%, but now what they did is they still said the consumer is used to paying 100 rupees. So when it becomes 12% and it becomes 88 plus 12, so we will make extra 8 rupees, which is what I was saying.
Correct.
And they got penalized for it. There were various
Okay.
people who got penalized very heavily because it is not allowed. This is not allowed to profiteer from reduction in taxes. Okay, there is a law against that, and that is why what happens is whatever stock is there in pipeline, that is the only maximum benefit that an HUL or a MRP driven company could gain, which is a very minor thing. They immediately have to then readjust their prices based on this.
Correct.
That is what the GST law says.
Correct.
So the consumer wins. If you reduce taxes, even in an MRP, the real ultimate winner is the consumer, because the company has already placed his pricing at this far, and then there's tax. So if there's a reduction in tax, and this is the MRP, and there's a reduction in tax, automatically the consumer should get that benefit, is the purpose of GST.
Right. That's a great insight, Vishal, coming from you as well. But thank you for joining us on the show.
My
It's been
pleasure.
a pleasure speaking to you. In fact, we will come back to you as well once the lockdown opens up, when things get normal, because then we will have a pretty, a pretty blooming discussion versus this gloom and doom that we have been looking at. But stay home, stay safe.
Thank you.
That's something that we are recommending everyone as well.
Okay.
Thank you for
Namaskar. Namaskar.